So I'm at this library, and the thing about your covert communism is that they have their community-based agents, their death cult members, in practically every centimeter of thriving communities. So what happens is that, like, say for instance, at every Walmart, every establishment, you'll be able to identify the ones that are in support of covert communism, which therefore makes them a death cult member, because the aim of this game in Survive or Seppuku is to get their target to commit suicide. So when you have a target, which you have here is a group deception of satanic practices. So if you're participating in being part of this covert communism, you're teaching your family how to be psychopaths for hire. You're hoeing out your ethics. And you are, by default, participating in satanic practices. And if you are a hardcore Bible-thumping Christian participating in this, first of all, you're not supposed to judge. You're supposed to have a trial and be declared innocent until proven guilty, which is the hallmark and cornerstone of this country that our forefathers sacrificed and spilled their blood into the soil for. So if you're participating, you're squatting on the liberties that other people died for so you could have. How would you like that if that happened to you? Probably wouldn't just let it skate by so complicitly. But for those of you that are getting your palms greased by this government band of smallpox, you know, it's the same government that passed out them smallpox blankets to the Indians on the Trail of Tears. And you still have that government running around. And guess what? It's burgeoned. And they even brought in Dr. Mengele to the United States, the premier physician of Auschwitz. This handiwork of this infrastructure, of this covert communism, that is the handiwork of your godfather of Auschwitz. That makes you the concentration camp without walls, because there ain't no Berlin Wall big enough to contain that infestation. So you can usually decode who's who your covert communists are. You know, the ones that are being bred to be psychopaths with their street theater and their mobbing and their complicit gossiping and mobbing and such, just to aggravate the target, to get them to, you know, respond and then call crazy on you. Is that not the pinnacle of psychopathy? Then you got city officials paid to go along with it. They're getting their palms greased really hard. And then you have corrupt cops, corrupt emergency services that are duped into participating in this concentration camp. The trick here is to, you know, find morality and uphold yourself to ethical practices. So, but this is how diabolical this infrastructure is. So, just look for the cars. The cars will usually tip it off. But I've mentioned it in other videos. I'm not going to mention it right now. But it's logistics. Logistics. It's not intuition. It's common sense. So what I do, or what you can do for your targeted individuals, and your general citizens that want to wake up and smell the coffee is that, for instance, oh, they took off. Whenever I see the cars, and I'm like, oh, there you are. There's your covert commies. Those are your duped citizens. Or, if they ain't duped, they enjoy their psychopathy. Because all you got to do is just feed a psychopath any goddamn story. And then they'll just make it their religion. Because gossip, secondhand information is law. And all that. But I always observe anytime I get on scene someplace. And whenever I get in my vehicle, I observe the before and after. And just take note of the activity. And then on top of that, I mean, heck, come on, guys. For all you flying monkeys out there. If your targeted individual was as morally decrepit and insane as these people paint them out to be, why on earth would any government or any individual that supposedly cares for their constituents, why would they put you in harm's way of a criminal? You know how easy it is to decode you guys? And what if I really was connected to an infrastructure that they had to bear me from? All I gotta do is just get to the fucking parking lot to see who is who. And see who goes home in that fucking car. Or dispatch somebody else to see where you live. To see your children. Because by the way, this covert communism, they attack children of school age. They attack elementary kids. That is who you are in collusion with. People who attack children. And not only that, they are also part of the seedy underbelly of this world, of this community that caters to pedophiles. When I say caters, I mean caters to pedophiles. That is the energy that you are rubbing elbows with. How do you like that? You all are murderers by participating in the concentration camp COG. So, and what you're also doing is acting in hate crimes. I'm going to say that again. You are acting out hate crimes. Coming at your targeted individual with your psychopathy and your street theater, those are hate crimes. Not only that, it is crimes against humanity. I'm going to say that again. It's crimes against humanity. Nothing in the nothing in God's kingdom ever allows for compensation of your own moral ethics. So if you're participating in this, you need to be acting in God's hand, you know? Speaking up, speaking out, doing what you can to be a superhero. Because this is your country. And if you spotted these liberty squatters, you're called to shut that shit down. Because if you're permissive about it, that's going to happen to your future generations. What you're doing is squatting on the liberties of your children right now and squatting on the liberties of your future generations. Why do you think George Orwell tried to, warn everybody? Because you all have a role to play. I'll tell you what, all these flying monkeys that look at me like they know something, y'all don't know shit. Y'all don't know shit, so much so you don't even recognize that your hell is in the red and is in eternal damnation as we speak. So when you come at me, flying monkeys, come at me with some respect. Because if you don't, that's instant karma for everybody. But these flying monkeys are dispatched. Your covert communism, your death cult, they're in every nook and cranny of your community. And if you catch wind on who these death cult members are, I would stay the fuck away from them. And their kids, because they're breeding themselves to accept and tolerate psychopathy in their life. They are hoeing out their ethics. And they're teaching their kids that your ethics can be compromised for whatever price or reason. They're teaching their children it's okay to play judge in another stranger's life that they've never even had a conversation with. That's instant karma for you all. I don't hate you for it. It's just time to wake up. Get your own soul right. Get your own headspace right. And start critically thinking for yourself instead of letting Willy Wonka, who is the leader, so to speak, your figurehead of your death cult. That is the brainchild of Dr. Mengele of Auschwitz, of which you all are prodigy. That should concern you. But I know there are some psychopaths out there that just love the game anyway. Okay. I can't say nobody tried to warn your sorry little ass. But whatever. Anyways, Little Flower from Houston, Texas, at this other library. I'm just pretty damn excited to see what kind of psychopathy waits for me in there. With their street theater, with their group mobbing, workplace mobbing, whatever place mobbing. There's a whole infrastructure dedicated to psyching out people to cause them to commit suicide. That should concern everybody. Because just because it's not happening to you right now doesn't mean that your fellow gang stalker won't have a price to betray you and stick the knife in your back. Because they were fed some bullshit ass lie about you. Because if you think that contagion is going to stay isolated the way it has been, well, you'll be just beautiful fodder for their plate. So the best thing to do right now is to pick up your own cross and uphold the ethics and right the wrongs that you participated in. Get the word out. Please like, subscribe, and share. But this is Little Flower coming at you in Washington from Houston. My legal last name is Patricia Ann Regali. My maiden name is Landon. So, one of the psychotic ways that the government tries to take down somebody is by providing mimicry with other people. They pretend that they like you, but, go for it. Imitation is the highest form of, But imitation with the intent of destruction, that's beyond psychotic. And when you guys out there see psychotic, y'all need to report that. You gotta tell the person. And you have to report it to the authorities. Because in a matter of an instant, all these tables, when they flip or have done flipped, you're gonna hope it flipped in your favor. Anyhow, peace out for now.